Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new SBC Kimpembe card to review today. So as you guys know, this card was a card I like to use in the beginning of the year. A lot of us like to use this card in the beginning of the year because of the nice links that you got with him, with the quality that he also offered in game. So with cards like this, normally when they upgrade them, they actually become significantly better than their rare gold card. Hopefully it is the same for Kimpembe because he was just a really sick card. You know, he has all the nice things. He got the 6'2" height, the medium high work rates, 2-star skills, 3-star weak foot, all that fun stuff, right? In regards to his in-games, guys, we're looking at a card that is 85 acceleration with 90 sprint speed. So I gave him the shadow chemistry style, obviously, because you want to make him as fast as possible because of his nice dribbling stats. But we're going to see how he defends with them because, like I said, this card was one of the cards you use as the we call it here the baby meta card. So should be pretty cool. We gave him the Shadow Chemistry style for the plus 14, plus 9, so that we can essentially make it perfect. He does have good passing abilities as well, which is very important considering the fact that no matter what position, you want to have good passing ability just so that your passes aren't always wayward, even though the passing in this game can be questionable at times. Dribbling. So dribbling is this thing that we're going to test out with this card because we need to see how fast he transitions left and right when we're controlling him in the defensive areas, what he's like off the ball wise when I'm not even controlling him. Now, again, because he's a medium-high work-rated player, it should work nicely with the base defensive stats that this card already has, but we're obviously going to be experimenting with that in-game, right? So dribbling, the only problem that I really see with the dribbling is the actual dribbling stat at 71, right? So it's not necessarily a big deal, because of his reactions, ball control, agility, and balance compensate for it. Then, you know, with center backs, I just want them to be really, really good defensively. The only real center back that I really have a problem with, like dribbling wise, is Sol Campbell, because Sol Campbell is just an absolute truck when he's moving. So we do need to experiment with that in game for Kimpembe's card to see if he can at least move under pressure, you know, quick left stick dribbling. Now obviously gameplay is gonna be a thing that you have to take into consideration, but regardless, he needs to perform in whatever gameplay you get, right? In regards to physical, he already has the base stats for physical as well, so you don't necessarily need to improve it. You definitely can with the anchor chemistry style, depending on your playstyle. 90 acceleration, 95 sprint speed could be totally fine for you, but I like to play like regular defense where like I actually want to move myself with the actual players. I know that's not the meta, but it's just the way that I want to be able to play the game, right? So physical stats at 87 jumping while being 6'2" is good enough because crossing is not really effective, thank God. You know, he's got 90 stamina, which it's nice, but it's not like a crazy thing. Like obviously, it's always nice for center backs to have stamina. It's nice for any player to have stamina, right? So you know, if he pushes up for a corner kick or something, he wants to win the ball in the air, but then he comes back really quickly, then that'll be great. He does have 95 strength with 99 aggression. Now, the 95 strength, 99 aggression part, that's very important for the shadow chemistry style, right? Because when you give the card the pace and he already has base strength and aggression stats, the way that the players chase after attackers is just significantly better, right? And it's something that is very, very important and that's underlooked. That's why Conte is just an absolute monster for a lot of people in the CDM position, even though he's like 5'7" or whatever he is, because of the fact that he moves around the pitch really quickly. He's got pace, he's got the agility, and he has the aggression stat to be able to always defend really nicely, especially the transitioning part. It's more when you're like kind of going body to body against someone that you really, really notice it with these types of players. And again, that's why Kimpembe was one of the baby meta cards in the beginning of the year, because of stuff like that. So as you guys know, this is my account. You guys can see how the team is kind of lined up. I like to put new players in. The thing that bothers me to my core is when I have to put SBC fodder for these guys, but I'm doing it for the YouTube channel. If I consistently played the game as I would like to, it would just be really cool to just collect these cards constantly, because I'm more of a collector. I like to make different teams, French squads. You know, it could be a PSG team. I have Idrissa Gana Gueye chilling on the bench over here. So, you know, stuff like that I really like. But for the sake of this video, I think the setup is perfectly fine for the fun concept and slight meta. It's not really fully meta, but it's still really, really fun to use. So the way that we're going to be lined up in-game to test out this card is going to be with the 4-2-3-1. So we're mostly going to be defending, obviously, right? With Jeremy Mathieu, I like Jeremy Mathieu a lot in this game, and he is the gameplay objective card. He is a left-footed player. So with that being said, and the high-medium work rates, very, very interesting dynamic to work off of the medium-high work rates, we are going to be using Mathieu in the right or the left center defensive position because I like to make those outside passes and. Well, he's already there. And the way that they defend, I prefer to block the near post angle because the near post angle is the most consistent shot. Now, if it was different where it's like, you know, the finesse shot outside the 18-yard box was good, then you would obviously switch them so they can kind of defend with their strong foot. But Kimpembe off to the right side should be okay to do. He does have the 3-star weak foot, which is good enough, but he is also a left-footed player. So I kind of want to try him out in 2 different positions, again, because of the preferred foot, but regardless, he should be able to defend really nicely because Jeremy Mathieu has the 2-star weak foot, which makes more sense to put him on the left side. So we're going to get into a game, see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast. Okay, so we'll switch to our 4-2-3-1. Let's see how he plays. We'll even be a little bit aggressive here, just to kind of make the space a little bit open here. So you can see the tracking just in that situation right there when Ricardo Pereira overcommits forward. Kimpembe actually tracks that guy really nicely off to the left back position. So that was actually really good man marking by him. Obviously, he has essentially perfect defending, so you should definitely expect a player like that to do stuff like that. But really, really good defending right there so far. Unfortunately offside because the attacking AI in this game is ridiculously terrible. Alright, so nothing here, no second man press. I just want to see what his marking is like here. Using Jeremy Mathieu. Obviously, I love Jeremy Mathieu's card, so... But so far, so good. He's not doing anything like super questionable so far. Again, he's a baby meta card, so I expect him to be really good. Ooh, I like the transitioning with him. Look at this. Look at the LTRT with him. It's actually really, really good. Nice. Great tackle right there. Unfortunately, registers the drag back right there, but we move. I think the card's good. With center backs, you can kind of feel it right away. A lot of the times, you don't really necessarily need to play like more than 25 minutes because center backs are very generic in regards to noticing when someone is really good or bad. So I am going to check out the price of this card afterwards. If it's like 120k, like he's going to be really good, guys. It's just certain characteristics, right? When you have the height, does your height work with your agility? Can you transition left and right properly? Like stuff like that, you know? Nice little goal right there. We'll take that. See what his dribbling is like under pressure, actually. Okay, I lose the ball right there. He's a little bit sloppy, but for a center back, it's really not that big of an issue. With center backs, you don't really often like dribble that much with them, anyways. You know, you kind of just take small touches, make the pass instantly to your fullback so they can transition forward with the play, stuff like that. You know, like it's not really a big deal. Like if I could do this, do that really quickly, like that's what's going to be very, very important with these cards, and he'll be able to do stuff like that. It's not going to be as bad as Sol Campbell's dribbling because that guy just sucks, dude. He doesn't suck. It's just the dribbling, right? Overcommit here a little bit, just so overcommit these players here. Kimpembe, nice little tackle there. So he does a great tackle there because he doesn't actually take out the man, but he does like an outside his leg type of defensive play right there. You know, like he doesn't reach for the leg there, which is great. I don't think there's ever been a card in FIFA where like the quote-unquote baby meta card didn't play significantly better with the boost that he was given, you know? You guys know about that ball roll touch. Let's get it. There we go. This is what you want to see. Yeah, he goes onto the player instantly without me actually using second man press, which was fantastic. Jeremy Mathieu on the guy. Should shoot near post right there. What a save by Areola. He should have shot near post. Obviously, far post shots are not really consistent. He does have the right angle where if he did shoot it across goal and score, it wouldn't really disappoint me, you know? Mostly with center backs, you just want to be able to do stuff like this, dribble, you know? Like, you can notice the dribbling stat a lot on the card. I'm not going to say it's not noticeable. The 71 dribbling on the card is definitely noticeable. But, again, guys, mostly with center backs, you aim for a very, very solid defensive presence, which he's definitely going to offer you, right? And his dribbling is just, it's for a center back, you know? Like, if it's for, like, a CDM or something, it would be really, really bothersome. But, again, I focus mostly on these guys just being very, very solid defensively, which he is so far. So you guys can see a little bit of emphasis on the card in regards to the body type that he has, the height that he has. Again, like I said, when it's a center back, it's not necessarily a big deal. As long as he doesn't move like Sol Campbell, I'm totally cool. I like using the jockey system with him. It's actually really, really smooth. I like it a lot, man. When a player feels really smooth in the jockey system, it just allows you to defend really quickly and properly, which is always nice. Yeah, he always does really nice, like, possession-based tackles. Like, we're overcommitting a lot of players right here, and when we do, I don't really feel like there's a huge problem with him. Like, he's just choosing, like, really good animations when it comes to defending, which is great. Nice. I don't even know what that animation was, but he did a really good job there. Gets back into position really quickly, too. Like, when I overcommitted him there, did pretty well there. Again, possession-based tackle, let's go. Ooh, nicely done, Bernardo. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, it's so easy to compensate for dribbling that's not, like, crazy responsive, right? Like, obviously. Ricardo Quaresma. Ricardo Quaresma. Ricardo Quaresma. Just the best player in the game. Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. Like, well, you know, when you're the best of the game, when you are the best player in the game, you're just going to move like a beast. That's it. That's it. Best player in the game, chat. That's it. Alright guys, so final verdict on the Kimpembe card is that the price value of the card definitely reflects well to the in-game value of the card as well. 151k for a French center back that plays in the League 1 that can get some cool links here and there with different players is really good because as you guys know, like I was saying earlier in the video, this rare gold card was one of the baby meta cards you would use in the beginning of the year. So normally with cards like this, when you improve them, they become significantly better. At the time, I felt like the dribbling could have been improved on a card like this because he didn't really feel that nice on the ball, but defensively he was very solid. Now, with this card in particular, you know, I gave him the shadow chemistry style, and I want to focus mostly with these types of cards defensively, right? I want them to see how good they can be defensively. The acceleration, sprint speed, very, very helpful. The transitioning left and right is perfectly fine with this card because of the fact that his agility and balance is really, really well balanced for that part specifically. The only thing that you'll notice with this card, honestly, is the dribbling stat, right? Like, he's a little bit sloppy, but like a lot of the center backs are sloppy anyways. It's not like Rio Ferdinand dribbles really quickly either. It's like very similar as well. And Rio Ferdinand doesn't have great dribbling stats, but he is a very, very good center back, just like Kimpembe will be. Medium-high work rates work perfectly for him. He has essentially great pace with it with the shadow chemistry style, good defensive stats. Like, it's a very, very solid card for what you're getting. You know, you could totally give him the engine chemistry style to boost the balance, to boost the dribbling so that, you know, he can transition left and right even quicker, right? You know, when he's on the ball, his dribbling isn't as bad at being 6'2" and whatnot. But like I said, the dribbling part on the center back card, it's not like crazy important if he's not super like responsive. It's only really important if, you know, at the end of the last 5 minutes there's a mechanic in this game where everybody just gets marked. That mechanic can be annoying, but at that point I would just kick the ball out of play and just pray that the guy doesn't score on you on the count, or not on the counter attack, but on the attack, because your players would all be in position anyways. Because, you know, that tactic is really, really effective. So like I said, with the engine chemistry style, you can boost the dribbling if you really want to. His base card stats for defense is already good. His base card stats for physical is already really good. So it wouldn't necessarily be an issue to try him out with the engine. Like I said, if this card was like, I don't know, for a center back nowadays, if it was like 240k, 230k, 200k, like, what's the point, you know? But I think it's a good SBC at 152k. Very good value for in-game quality, for sure. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy this review. I might actually use Kimpembe for a while now. Like, obviously I like to use players more for sentimental value, but regardless, he's still a really cool player to use. So hopefully you guys enjoy this review. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys. Ooh, by the ways, Dembele is the vote. You guys know what to do. He's a cam card too.